guys, welcome to our review for The Boy and the Heron. And of course, we know about this film for a while, and then of course it came out very successful. Do we love it? Do we hate it? We'll find out soon enough. Like, The Boy, what do you think of this film?
I thought it was alright.
Like, what do you mean?
I don't know. I thought the pacing was too slow. I did love the animation for it. It was really nice, especially when every time the flame showed up. I thought we looked was fucking.
How are you doing
Pretty
draw
unique.
a flame like that?
The drawing of it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Everything is a drawing.
Yeah.
Like they draw it frame by frame.
I liked actually I like Robert Pattinson character, the bird. What was it?
The
What
heron?
the hell? The heron, yeah. I liked his character. I liked the freaking parakeets.
You like your boy Batista?
Dave
The voice
Bautista,
acting was
yeah.
fine. It was
So
fine.
what do you guys think of the voice acting? Do you think it did really justice or not really?
Nah.
I thought it was fine.
It's
I
fine.
would have to watch the other version to
Yeah.
see it.
I think dub is always supreme, or
Sub.
sub is supreme. It just because that's how it works for me in anime.
For some, you
Yeah.
can't say that for everything.
Yeah, yeah.
You can't
I
say
guess-
that for Dragon Ball
For
Z.
most.
Yeah, that's
for
true.
most.
But again, I feel like if you watch more of the sub, eventually it would work because of course, like we have language barriers and sometimes they don't go through really well.
They don't express it as that good.
Yeah, but
Or even translated as well.
yeah, but yeah, go on, boy. Sorry, we cut you off.
I like the world that he built for. Was it Death? What would you call that world that
The
they were?
tower.
This is
Just
the
his
tower?
fantasy
Yeah.
world, I guess. I
Yeah,
don't know.
Yeah.
it was basically a meteor that landed from space.
Oh, that's spoiling.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So
The tower there.
yeah, but do you think that like the weirdness is pretty good? Like you're gonna find these worlds kind of mixed. It's kind of difficult to explain it
Yeah.
instead of going to spoilers. So let's just say like what do you think of these characters? Do you think they work?
Story wise, whole story wise.
You could say like the boy, like the boy, the character. What was his name?
Miyoto?
No, it's just he's something.
No, it's with an M. Miroto, Maito.
Mahito?
Mahito. Yeah,
Yeah.
Mahito.
Yeah, Mahito. Yeah, you're
I
right.
remember there's a he in there.
Yeah, Mahito. Yeah, they said we're gonna butcher these names. Let's be real
Yeah,
here.
no,
So-
I don't know any of the characters' names.
Yeah.
Actually, I do not know.
Yeah.
But
No,
what was he
yeah.
technically? Because sometimes like he figuring out some things. Like I'm just baffled by like how easy he figured. He figured things out faster than normal kids. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I was confused. I was like, let's just say he somehow managed to like I don't know pick up a fight with a bird out of nowhere, and I'm
Ready
just
to
like
kill the bird.
yeah, kill the bird out of nowhere. It's like how do you come to that conclusion?
Kind of psychotic.
Like I could. There's some scenes like the art style is very beautiful.
Yeah.
The characters they work, but they're I guess they're pacing what you said. It's kind of off.
Pacing kind of off. The story wise is very confusing. Like you gotta have to watch multiple times.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
what do you give it, boy?
I really have to watch it again, but so far it's just okay to me. It's probably like a 6.
Okay, so a 6. All right. How about yourself, Lamb Tao? What do you think of this? Especially you're more into, of course, sub. You're more into, of course, reading
Anime
instead
and
of
stuff like
just
that. Well,
yeah.
because we're watching dub.
Yes.
The voice acting, they're fine. They're good, but to me they sound robotic. They're like there's barely any emotion behind what they saying. The only one that was actually super good was William Dafoe.
William Dafoe.
He
Yeah.
was
The 1 minute.
the 1 minute
the,
scene.
the one pelican.
The
The
white
noble pelican.
Waiting.
Yeah.
So
He
you don't-
actually sound like he had like
He was dying.
he was dying.
They shot him in the
emotion.
studio.
Yeah.
How about the gray heron? What do you think of Robert Patterson as?
He's good. He's surprisingly good. It doesn't sound like him normally.
Oh, beautiful man.
Yeah, but like I said, it sounds like there's no emotion behind that voice. That's everyone. Let's go for everyone
Yeah.
except for Willem Dafoe.
Who the heck was Christian Bale characters?
Christian Bale was
Christian Bale was Shang-Chi.
Yeah, but who was that?
Shang-Chi
That's what I'm saying.
Maki. I have no idea.
God,
Sanchi.
I know.
Who the hell is that?
Yeah, well, keep going while I try to figure
Yeah,
that
go
out.
ahead, Lamb.
Yeah, story like the boy said, pacing kind of slow. I passed out twice. I was tired, but it made me pass out twice.
I saw. Even another guy next to you
Yeah,
looked
I
at
know.
you kind of angry. He's like, "How dare you hate
I don't
on this
care.
film?"
Fuck you.
Yeah,
I
that's
paid
it.
my money being here.
If I'm gonna sleep in the theater, I'm gonna sleep there. So.
But overall, it's a good film. I would watch it again to see if I can pinpoint something else down. I'll give it a 7.
Oh, okay, 7, not bad. Okay, there you go. All right, how about yourself, Ocean? I feel like you loved it a lot better than we do.
No, it's about the same.
Really?
I'm not like super into Studio Ghibli. Like they're like hit or miss, and I don't see how everyone is in love with Totoro and Spirited Away. But I probably just have to rewatch them. But for this one, like I liked it, but it probably does need a rewatch.
Ooh.
I don't know. It was
Yeah.
like you might pick up on more
Disney-
like the second time, but
Yeah, this movie for sure need a multiple watch.
But yeah, it was okay. Like these type of stories where they're like so there's like a lot going on, they're just not really for me. I don't mind the slower pace in the beginning. That's the part I liked more. I love like slow burn movies and like grounded movies. Like more like everyday type stuff like Kiki's Delivery Service. I love that movie. But yeah, it was okay.
He was the dad.
That's
Christian
what I was
Bale
thinking.
the dad.
So
yeah.
that was it. It didn't sound like him.
It didn't. I'm surprised.
Yeah, pretty good from him.
No one sound like anyone.
No, Dave Bautista sounded like the parakeet.
Oh, okay, so you gave it a 7, right? So
And it was so funny when they said he turned into a budgie.
Oh,
I was laughing.
Well,
yeah, we'll go into that soon. So of course I think I hated it. I don't think it was very good. I think there is a lot of missteps for this kind of film for me. And remember, I don't see very much of what was the studio's name?
So Ghibli?
Yeah, Studio Ghibli. I think like the one with the little girl with the broom, I think.
just
Oh,
like
oh.
Ocean said, though,
Delivery
they
service?
have
Yeah.
made better.
No, he
movies.
saw the Mary and the Witch's Broom.
Yeah, there you go. That
Which
one.
I don't think that one counts as Studio Ghibli.
I thought it was.
That's like a Netflix one or something.
Oh, okay. So maybe this is my first film watching it, but I have heard about how really good
Yeah.
and kind of different his animations is.
Yeah, this is my first Studio Ghibli
Oh, wow.
movie.
Yeah.
Really?
No, the animation for all of them is like that. It's really
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah. So
It's all hand draw.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do love the animation. I do like the drawings. I like some of the characters, but their purpose on what to do in it is kind of out of nowhere. It's out of the blue.
Because the story it just like drop you right in the middle of it,
There's
and
a
it's
lot.
very open ended.
But that's the thing. It's like they're telling you like, all right, this happened.
If-
you gotta roll with
I know
it. We're moving
exactly
along.
because if you don't understand the backstory behind it, you
Yeah.
won't understand the movie until
Yeah.
you went and research it.
See, that's another problem. If I had to go back and research a film, that's also a bad film. It's like somebody telling you to go watch.
on the film.
Yeah.
There's some film that's like for me. There's like a couple film where I watch it. I'm like, it super interests me, so I gotta look up like, okay, what the hell happened in the movie?
Yeah.
I gotta understand it and stuff like that. Probably one of them. Like if I go in and I didn't know the backstory, I would go home and research it. Like, what the hell is the story of this?
Yeah, I agree.
For me, I just kind of like bookmarked certain things I didn't understand, just kept rolling with it, and then by the end of the movie, I understood it all. So like I understood it all, but I feel like you'd get a more appreciation and less like work having to figure it all out with a second watch and see if you actually like it and see it as a one whole piece.
Yeah, that's what this movie is require multiple watch.
But either way, if that's the case, I'm not gonna go back there. Let's be real. It's for me, especially if I'm gonna tell somebody. If can you imagine if a newcomer like myself or like Lam Tao goes into it, and then obviously you're not a big fan of these kind of studios, where you just tell them like, nah, bro, you're wrong. You're gonna have to see it twice to get it right, and that's a big issue.
Yeah, like
Because you got it. For me, as a moviegoer, you're gonna have to go there, enjoy the film. If it doesn't hit, why bother go seeing it a second time?
I know, I understand, but like for me, it's interesting for me because
Yeah.
the art style is very interesting,
Yeah.
and I like how the way that they do the art. Because like in the beginning scene where you see him running around,
Oh yeah, the art
and
is
like everyone in the
question-
background is
yeah,
dark,
yeah.
and only him light up, and
Yeah.
that's genius.
It is.
It's
It
like
is.
that just literally shine a light on the important character, put away everyone else, but you can still see what everyone else was doing, and that was good.
Yeah. So for me, it definitely like the art saved this film for me. If it wasn't because of that, I think the plot is kind of confusing, even for like
Yeah.
probably for
The
newcomers as well.
story I agree. The story is very confusing.
Yeah. So either way, for me, if I had to rate this, of course, it's going to be a 4 out of 10. Below average film. I think there is some major issues, like plenty more that we're going to go into spoilers. Hang with us. We're going to spoil the crap out of this. So let's go diving in. How about yourself, boy? Go right ahead and show us the spoilers.
The beginning of the movie starts with the bombing raids, right? Is that what's going on?
See, that's the confusing part. Yeah.
What scene is
okay, it hinted to that.
Or is
the
it-
beginning scene is just basically the hospital got lit in fire, but they end the war, so it presumably World War II.
Yeah, I was really
And
confused
I'm pretty
with that.
sure,
Cool.
they got bombed. Godzilla. They got
Like-
air raid.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's
They
what I
got
thought.
airstrike.
Well, at least in these kind of films, they actually said it, and I guess this one, to me, it looked like I don't think it was bombing raids. It was just
It was just that one building got lit in fire.
Oh, so you think it was? But did they even say it was an air raid?
No, because they say it's the first year in the war, and the only war that Japan really got involved in was World War II, and the year was 1945, so
That's the end
1930
of-
something.
But either way, yeah, that's when you were saying like the boy was basically
Yeah,
watching.
he
this
runs
thing.
in there because his mom was at the hospital, right? She works at the
Yeah.
hospital?
She
what?
worked
No,
or she stayed at the hospital.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did they even talk about why?
No,
No. Okay.
no. It's just the mom was at the hospital,
Okay.
and the hospital got lit up on fire.
After that scene, how much time passed after he started with the
I think they
new son?
said 2 years
2
later
years?
he
Yeah, 2
moved.
years.
2 years later, they
moved.
moved
Okay.
out of Tokyo.
Okay, that's what it was. And then they moved outside somewhere.
They moved to the mom hometown. The dad remarried to the sister.
So I'm gonna punch a hole here. So apparently, when he finally does enter and meets all those grannies, and obviously with the whole flame, the one that you were talking about, it felt like the author wanted us, or the director wanted us to feel something for that, like losing a mother, and kind of gaining another mother, kind of like that kind of thing. I don't know. If you-
Yeah, because he was ignoring her.
Yeah, exactly.
He was ignoring the new lady,
Yeah, and I got.
and he when he first saw her, he's like, "Oh, that looked like mom. That looked like mother," and then he just ignored her
I was
and
like,
did
"Oh,
not say anything
yeah."
else
Yeah, I was
for like a good 20 minutes.
Yeah, it was just him
Yeah.
walking around the new
Yeah.
place, meeting the older ladies, the caretakers in a way, and she was showing him around. Which I was surprised the beginning. That's where you also see the heron, right? That's
Yeah,
what
the
they say.
heron.
Yeah,
heron,
when the heron just flew by them.
Says it never does that.
Yeah.
What was the most crazy thing for me is this one was so surprising. It's how usually it is true that kids will always hate their
On the new kid.
well no like let's just say like if you're gonna get a stepmother or stepfather, that kid would always hate on that.
It's also depend. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
and
if,
it was-
if they meet earlier and they got a chance to interact with each other a
Yeah,
lot.
but the
then,
kid would
yeah.
always hate on the on that.
In the beginning, yeah.
Yeah.
They would always hate on the step.
And I was surprised that she hated him actually as well. That's what I figured, during that past, like when they finally met and when she just wanted to stay there. Or was that just my imagination?
I don't think she actually hated
I
him.
think she was just trying to get him away.
Yeah,
Ah.
I think she just
That
like,
was such a missed opportunity.
She know that he not supposed to be here,
Yeah.
so she's just trying to get him away, get him out of here.
See that's
Which
a that's
we're
a
talking
miss.
about the delivery room.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it would have been very awesome that they had those two feelings. Just because they had to be living together, they had to act in a certain way. Could you imagine if the mother actually hated him all this time?
Well, because they barely interact with each other.
Yeah, exactly. But that's the point. It's like this is why I the mother or stepmother would go like, "Yeah, I had to do this because I love your father, not you. You're just a kid that he basically brought you to this world."
She was
not me."
his aunt in the beginning.
Yeah.
But that's also her nephew.
Yeah.
That's like a piece of her
Yeah.
sister. She would.
That's the thing. But it would have been
wouldn't hate him.
interesting that way. See what I
Nah.
mean? For me, it was.
And it looked like the whole thing happened,
Yeah.
like the whole meeting her, and then everything else happened within the span of few days. I would say.
Yeah.
I don't know how long, because apparently when the mom also his mom also disappeared before, and she came back a
Yeah.
year later. So
That's
I don't
the
know how
that he
time
was-
worked in
That
there.
was the time that he was with her.
yeah,
In
And
the
then, yeah.
thingy.
in the tower. So if that she's there before that too.
Yeah.
So I don't know how long he was in there. Probably a few days.
Yeah.
We're at the scene when he goes into the tower, right?
Yeah.
How does he even get in the tower again?
Well,
She's feeling
in
morning
beginning,
sickness.
in beginning, he found out about the tower because he followed the heron. He saw the heron get in the tower, so he went over there and he saw like the opening and he saw the staircase. He about to go in, but he got stopped by the two old ladies.
Old ladies, the grannies. What do you guys think of the grannies though? Like
They're just there.
They're entertaining.
I don't like how he designs like the older woman in his movies. Like I don't know why,
yeah.
but
They
that's
look
just like
Yeah.
how he draws them. I don't
Didn't
know.
he say something about like basically the more emotions are in the faces and the weirder they are, the better they act
I
or something
don't
like
know.
that? That's what I thought I heard that he said.
I don't know. I don't know
Yeah,
about his way of doing things.
But yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah.
But,
There's a lot of probably he has a lot of stuff out there.
yes.
Yeah, like during that time is when he figured out like this is not a bird.
Yeah.
This is something else.
How do you figure that out?
Because it just kept on falling around.
Well, you could see his teeth too.
That shit was
Before
you
before
can
that,
see
he
it.
just looked at the bird like you're not a bird.
Yeah.
There's something else. I don't trust you.
Yeah.
But okay, but how about this? Why was he so mad at this bird? Like, why did he has to go like right away, and his instinct is like,
He don't
I gotta
trust
kill
it.
this bird.
I don't know.
He has malice in him. That's what he says. In the
Yeah, he had malice.
He has like an anger in him. That's why he wouldn't take the
So he
control
just
of the
just
world.
wanted to kill the bird.
No, I mean he probably wanted to like confront him,
That
but
explains
By
why
hitting
he
him
didn't
with
get
the-
scared when he said his name all creepily
like-
through the door. Yeah, I know. He was like, "I'm ready to kill you." You woke me up instead of being like, "Oh, oh shit."
Yeah.
That's all I was like. Well, I was like, he's already talking. Like, this is it. All right, we're started.
You see the freaking heron just like hovering around the window and
Yeah.
stuff when he's gone.
Yeah.
But he was acting like a normal bird until he put his whole mouth in there and said his name.
See, that's the thing. I couldn't like kind of see it a little bit, but I wish I would put a little bit more into it. Like, let's just say, like, if that bird was there at the mother's, when she passed away, like, let's just say it's fire, and he probably saw that bird.
That bird's already been in the family. It's already been around the family.
Yeah. But can you imagine if it was right there when her mother passed away? And then he'll actually have.
Well,
like,
yeah. Then he had a connection with it. But
Yeah.
no, this is
and
like
then
just
he'll be like ready to go. Like, you
just
know
a-
what?
it's-
You probably had something to do with my mother, so I'm gonna go fuck you up.
it's just-
It would have
it's-
been more
yeah,
sense.
This is just a random ass bird. He's
Yeah.
like, I don't trust you.
Yeah,
I
it's just
think
a bird that I'm gonna
he
kill it.
hangs around the tower because that's where all the like different worlds are. So he stays near there and near the family
Yeah.
that live there.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
he go and he freaking make himself a bow, an arrow.
Let's go. Let's go a little bit back where he basically started going the first day of school. He was getting picked on, I guess, because he was like.
It's a new kid. A new
He's
kid
a
got
new
picked
kid,
on.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and basically he was just like not fitting in.
Yep.
They were calling him probably names, and he got into a fight. I think he most likely won.
He beat the shit out of the other kid.
Yeah,
Because like
exactly.
you just see him get dirty. You didn't see him like bruise and
Oh,
stuff like
yeah.
that. And then he go and pick up a rock and like just smash himself in the hand. Like,
Yeah,
bro, come
and
on.
why did he do that though?
I mean, in the end, it says he said it shows his malice inside of it.
Yeah.
I don't know why he did it though. I don't know like if there was a motive that but he didn't
He-
try telling on anyone.
I-
he didn't do anything.
See, that's a
Yeah.
plot. See, that's what I'm trying to say. It's
So-
like it's so confusing.
It's like the plot is very confusing. It's because like
But here's the thing. What I know that he probably did that. The reason why he did this, he did it because he did not want to go back to school because of course he's getting bullied.
he
he's
don't
getting
want to
mistreated,
do
didn't wanna
anything.
Look
Yeah.
at them. Yeah,
Mhm.
he was feeling down. That's the reason why he started doing it. But other than that, when he started, when he finally hit his head, and then he's on the bed, I guess his dad came in. Christian
Yeah.
Bale, like saying it, which I loved because he's like, "Who did this? My
Flesh and blood.
Which is brilliant. I love Christian Bale on this. He was probably, I think for me, he was like the ones who highlighted this film for me.
But it looked like time did pass a little bit,
yeah,
right?
it did. Yeah.
Because it looked like he got sick from what they were kind of doing. It looked like he was sick a little bit.
Well, he got bandaged up
Yeah.
a little bit, and then he had a damn vivid dream where he was chasing the damn bird, trying to fight with it
The
with a
the
wooden
stick.
sword.
Yeah.
Was that a dream or it actually happened?
I would say it's a dream.
It actually happened because, and then when he went back to the bathroom, he picked up his wooden sword. It just fell to pieces.
Yeah, but it looked like he never left the bed.
Yeah, it didn't. But that's the thing. That's what I was confused about. But I was
But-
hoping it would have just been a
Yeah.
dream. It would
Because-
have been more
no,
impressive.
Everyone
because-
knows about the tower.
Yeah.
Because later on, when he got captured, his mind went to meet his great uncle before he even went in there. So it's like his subconscious is like doing something else except that instead of his actual body. It's like he himself never leaves the bed, but his consciousness went out and fight the damn bird and get wrapped up in all the frog and all the fish and stuff,
It's kind of
all
weird.
that weird stuff.
Yeah.
But then why did his wooden stick broke to pieces?
Crazy shit happened.
That's what the
They
old
said
lady
they
But-
said like random crazy shit happened around the house.
Fine, I yield to that. So after that, of course, he's very like, he doesn't trust anybody, because he actually thinks that actually did happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're all telling him like, no, it's it's just a dream, master, and all that. Don't go there.
Yeah.
Like,
Then what? She feels ill.
Yeah, because she of her. I
well,
guess,
she
baby-
about to
sickness.
get. Well, she got morning sickness from the pregnancy,
And
and I guess she's about to give birth or something.
Something.
But nonetheless, she disappears. Well, she requested his presence first.
Yeah, to
To at least have her cheer up a little bit, some sort of way to having, at least her son.
bond a little bit.
Yeah,
with,
exactly.
With her new son.
Yeah, how about Ocean? What do you think of this? What do you think of that kind of scenario of, what do you think of her trying to accomplish of him, requesting him just to go see him?
I mean, I don't know. It's kind of
For me, it's just
they-
she's trying to bond with him.
Yeah, she's just trying to like get to know him a little, hang out with him, but she probably feels bad that she hasn't been around because she's been sick, and she felt guilty for him getting hurt. Yeah,
Her marrying his father.
Yeah.
but I mean, I liked the whole like beginning of the movie. I didn't know where it was going at all, but yeah, I don't know. It was cool.
To me, when I think about it now, the whole story about it is basically his journey to accept his new mother. Just like get over his old one and accept the new one.
It's about accepting what happened and accepting grief and
Something changed.
understanding who you are as a person and knowing he's not fit for what they expect for him as the heir or whatever you want to call it.
She gets up, she leaves. Right.
She got up,
goes
she
and
walked
listens.
into the wood, he saw it.
And he's like, I don't care.
Yeah,
He's like,
you know,
okay,
like,
sure.
she ain't my ma. Like, let her leave.
They try
Until-
searching for her, then
Yeah, until he heard the old lady and the groundkeeper like searching for her, and he's like, "What you guys doing? Oh, we gotta search for her. She's gone."
Well, before that, there was like this scene that he started like, I gotta go kill this bird. I gotta go make a bow and arrow.
Yeah.
He started stealing cigarettes and giving it to the old geezer,
I-
sharpening his.
His
I
knife.
think about it more like I do like it because he seems like he wants to care about her, but it's like kind of too soon. But he kind of like looks at her,
He's
and
like-
but then also he's standoffish. So
Yeah.
it's like it's not like 100% one way or the other.
In a subtle
It's-
way, he care about her, but
Yeah.
he doesn't want to admit it.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Cause like that's still his aunt and stuff like that. So she's family. Say it verbally.
But do you guys buy the whole little montage thing that he's making all these tools?
the bow and arrow.
bow and arrow.
just to kill the
Yeah.
bird.
It's
His
cute.
dad
I
is a
love
damn
that.
warrior.
So he's been training them to do this.
Well, his dad is a warrior. So yeah, he gotta know something.
But I didn't buy it though. See, I would have bought it if he was basically looking through the books, which we found out that's the last thing, which kind of
Well,
came out
the
of
book
nowhere.
is just like
Yeah.
how
Because there was like a whole
it's
bunch
just
of
a
books.
life book basically.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
thing. It's like there's so much books, and I was like, I'm like, that's interesting. You must have been like reading these materials to make a bow or make a like an arrow, but no, it was just other
Nah,
stuff.
he is a high class Japanese. His dad is a warrior.
Yeah,
So yeah, he got.
wasn't
I'm
he-
pretty sure his dad teach him how to make bow and arrow and all that stuff. That's like a tradition to
That's
them.
why he had the wooden sword.
Like,
Oh, okay.
She too is a high class woman. She have a damn bow in her house.
Yeah.
Okay, that's true.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she
okay.
used the arrow on him.
You sure? I thought it was a dream.
No, when he go visit her, he saw the bow in her room.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's
Behind
why
behind the
when she was sick, she
The
offered
umbrella
to
and stuff.
take the bow because she said it was a really good bow
Oh.
for a pack of cigarettes.
yeah.
I was just joshing. I was just like,
Oh, you were
And,
joking.
yeah, because that dream part. Like
Yeah,
we
I
didn't
know, I know.
know like it was a dream or not. So, but
But they go searching for her when she leaves,
Yeah, and he know exactly where she went.
Yeah.
Did it feel like a 180 super fast? You know, like he just read the books of her previous mother that
His
passed
previous
away.
mother.
And he was just like, "Oh my god, I've been such an ass. I gotta go find my stepmother." All of a sudden,
That's one thing I don't know, like, if it explains ever like what's in the book or what, but
that's
it's
true.
called
Yeah.
like it's called How Do You Live in Japan, the movie, and that's the name of the book.
Yeah,
It's called How Do You Live.
Or
In America, it's
and-
called The Boy and the Heron.
Mm.
But yeah, I don't know from the first watch the significance of like the contents of the book.
So you
I
got.
think the content of the book is like how you should live and stuff like that. And like it's just like a normal life story and stuff like that.
Mm.
But it's like it's significant for him because that's the one book that his mom left for him.
So is this actually a real book or it's a fake book?
No, in the movie, like she wrote it. It's a real book,
Oh, okay.
but that's what the movie is called in Japan.
Okay.
Yeah, so he read that, he cried,
So
and I
that's
guess he
no
changed.
emotion for me.
He
No
changed.
emotion.
Yeah, exactly. Like the voice acting have no emotion in them, and he read the book and then he cried. I guess he accepted his position that he's here now. He gotta accept his current situation and embrace it.
And then he's like, "All right, now I gotta go find my actual mother." And this is the part where the old lady is trying to tell him, "No, don't go there."
He's afraid.
Well, yeah, she's afraid.
She know that something is weird happening around the house.
Yeah, so did he though.
So did he, yeah, but he hate that bird with a passion.
Yeah, he's like, "I gotta go kill this guy."
And he know that bird did something to her. So it's like, I gotta go find that bird.
They went to that. Was that the tower? What was it? It was
That's
like
the
it was-
tower, yeah.
Okay, it was like a side entrance of it or something like that. Because it took them to a path, and then when they entered, it lit up and everything.
Yeah.
He came out of a painting.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. He did come out of a painting.
Yeah.
Came out of painting is like, oh, you're finally here. It's like your present is
Welcome.
is requested or
Yeah.
something, and I'll be
Yeah.
your guy. A lady laying on the sofa, and like, here's your mother.
Yeah.
Oh, here's another thing. When they were fighting, do you think the pelican was actually gonna try to kill him, or it was just a bluff?
Bluff.
Yeah, it was a bluff,
It
right?
was a bluff.
Yeah.
Because he was sent there to guide him.
Even though the great uncle
Yeah.
is basically upstairs. All he's
That's
gotta
why-
do is
that's why
just
they
He's a
got
tower
sent to the
master.
realm.
He's
Oh,
a
yeah.
tower master.
fine. And then that's when he's like this, all right, fine, I'll go. The old lady is like, no, I don't want to go. And again, sick under like a quicksand.
Yep.
And then after that, she transformed into a young lady afterwards. Because they ended up into this is the part where it actually got more interesting for me.
They ended up in the tower
Yeah.
within the stone, fall from the sky. It's a
yeah.
magical meteor.
Yeah.
Fall from the sky, hit this spot.
I guess and then obviously he went into like, a very beautiful scenes, very
He
beautiful
went into
art.
a different world, basically.
Yeah, and he started looking into. I guess he went to the fence where there's this huge rock. I don't know what it is, like a graveyard, right? That's what they said.
What was that? Yeah, it was like a graveyard.
Do you remember Ocean? Like
Where he gets pushed in by
Yeah.
pelicans.
Yeah, she said it was a graveyard.
It's a graveyard.
But what
But-
that was, I'm not sure.
It said when you enter, you die.
if it wasn't for what was her name?
Starts with a K or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
The,
think
one
so.
of the old lady that followed her, basically.
Yeah. So yeah, she went there and then she lit up a fire stick, and I was surprised. I was like, "What the heck?" I was
They have
surprised.
magic, bro.
I guess it
In
was
a different world, they have magic.
Yeah, so he was like spanking the little pelicans to get out of here, and then I guess told her like, "All right, we're gonna do this."
Time to get out of that spot.
Yeah, and it was pretty interesting. I like that part. After that,
And then-
do you guys right away? Do you thought like, was this like a new character? Because I knew right
No, I
away it
knew
was
right
the
away
old
it's the old
lady.
lady.
Yeah,
I did not.
I
know
did not.
that.
I didn't know
Cause-
that too. I was like,
cause-
who the fuck is this?
Because they're close the same.
Yeah.
She looks because I've seen other Ghibli movies. She looks like a lot of the type of characters he has in his other movies. So that's what I was thinking.
Like
she
the
looks like,
tough- like the tough or okay, animation like style wise, right?
Yeah, just like how she looked, like her the type of character she was. Like she looked like other characters that he has in other movies. I didn't recognize her as the grandma. That's just
No.
what I thought.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I thought she was gonna show up in the journey and stuff like that. And
Oh.
when everything's starting, when they got on the boat, I thought
Yeah.
this was a new character.
And the grandma with the mole on her head, she looks like the character from Spirit Away. I don't know if that's supposed to be her or not.
I haven't seen.
But yeah, like literally, she has a mole on her. I don't know. I haven't seen Spirited Away in a long time.
Yeah.
Hey, if it
It's
reminds you
weird.
of it, I guess that's the character of it.
It might be the same. I don't know.
I did like it when every time when they basically started rowing to the boat and actually going to a different place. I guess they were talking about because there was a whole bunch of ships.
Yeah,
There
a
was
whole
the
bunch of
ghosts,
ship.
right?
They were dead people, basically.
Yeah.
They're dead soul.
Yeah, souls. I
And,
guess you call them ghosts. I guess.
Because he told her that he wanted to find his mother. Because the heron said his mother is still alive. And he want to make sure that is true. And she said, like, there's nothing alive here. There's only dead. Like, this is like the dead realm
Yeah.
or some shit.
Do you like the part when after all that stuff when they start going into the land and basically they technically cooking dinner,
Got
You
the
know,
fish.
gutting the fish? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was weird.
For what you call those little things,
Mhm.
like little balls?
They're walrus.
Waru. I guess it's some kind of
Yeah.
spirit.
We'll call them wobblers for
They're-
now.
Yeah. Do you like that
The-
scene?
the spirit.
Cutting it.
Yeah.
I like how they're watching.
I
it,
love
yeah.
when they have scenes like that
Yeah.
in the Ghibli movies.
Oh, it was nasty with all
They're
that
just
blood
like,
spilling.
whoa.
You should watch. You should watch his other movies.
Yeah, it was pretty neat.
They're just like excited for their food. Don't let the gut spill out. They need that to.
They
to
need
help.
those nutrients.
Yeah, it was cool that she's being a caretaker to whatever those things are.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was pretty cool.
Because
So-
apparently they can help him go back up to the surface
I guess.
or fly back up to the surface. Because like later on they were doing their little dance thing to fly it up.
Oh yeah, so like after when the night happens, I guess he went outside. He went to go look, just outside in the horizon. He started noticing like one of the little, what do you call those again?
The little just
Well,
call them
it's called
spirit.
wobbles.
Wabas. Yeah, there you go. And it started to puff up, and it started to go up in the air,
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
coming back
they-
down. He helped
Because
A
it's-
bunch of them start
puffing up,
waving
right?
at him.
come together
Yeah.
and
Little
making
hands.
like vortex portal.
Yeah, and they were just going
Pathway.
up to the air because I guess they were gonna be reborn as basically persons, right? That's
People
what
could be, yeah, I think so.
The pelicans arrived.
Yeah,
Yep,
they start
and
attacking.
Hurricane
and
around,
I
start
think,
eating them.
That was so sad.
yeah, and I guess this is I almost laughed, bursting out laughing because I guess, like there were, of course the pelicans started to eating the souls. Or
Mhm.
the little guys trying
This
to,
little
Wabas.
spirit,
yeah. And then you
Wabas.
see this girl. I can't remember what was her name.
Himi.
So she started bursting into
Yeah.
flames,
You
and
start shooting flame, bro.
yeah, she started
Become a
fireworks.
volcano.
She wasn't just hitting the pelican, but she
Yeah.
was
Hitting everything.
Yeah.
But it's
So
like
she was
a
like-
small price to pay
Yeah.
for rescuing the rest of them.
Yeah. I just laughed. I was like, oh my god. Like friendly fire. Like you didn't care.
Fucking
Yeah.
being cooked.
Yeah, I just laughed at that scene. Like I just wanted to burst out laughing. And he's like, yeah, it will be fine.
And then he yelled at her like, "Stop it!
Yeah.
You're burning the spirit."
I know.
It's too late.
They're
And,
not
and
born
the
yet.
other person's like, yeah, thank you.
Yeah, the other lady is like, "It's fine." Like she's trying to help us. Like even though she hit some of them, it's just a few sacrifice.
Yeah. So moving on, of course, after that, they had to come, they had to leave each other because they had to go, Robert Patterson, what was it?
The Gray Heron.
Yeah.
The Gray Heron finally shows up and he's like, we had to go and so forth and so on, to find your mother because I know where she is.
Yeah,
And he doesn't want to admit
I
it.
have
He's
to
like,
be a
"No."
guide for you now.
Yeah.
Oh no, it was before that. It was after because they gotta meet Willem Dafoe. Like they went back inside to sleep. He woke up.
Because he heard him.
Oh, yeah.
He heard the little pelican that got burned, the lower half of his body.
Yeah.
And you see blood everywhere.
Asking to be put down out of his
Yeah.
misery.
But it didn't really matter. He was going to perish anyway.
Yeah, but he wanna die faster.
Oh, yeah, that's true. It didn't
But
hurt.
instead he's like, nah, talk.
And then
That's every mission on the
then
game.
he explained why the pelican do what they do because like there's no food for them. They're hungry. They gotta eat those spirits to survive.
Yeah.
Because like the creator put them there for them to starve.
Yeah.
They can't go anywhere
Well,
because everywhere they go, they go back to this freaking island.
Oh, yeah.
There's not a lot of fish or something like that.
Yeah, because I guess the master was running out of fish, I guess, or something.
Yeah, not a lot of fish in that lake for them to eat.
Oh.
And the tower master doesn't give them enough food or some shit.
Yeah.
Like they don't know what they're there for. They want to get out. They want to be free. It is what it is. And then he died. The pelican died.
Yeah.
And that's when the heron showed up.
Yeah. He's like, one of the great ones that perished. He bows and then
He
he's
dug a
like,
grave for him.
that's where they had to finally go out and go see her mother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They bury the dude.
Yeah.
She's like, you gotta go do your little quest thing and go find him.
Yeah.
I have to stay here and take care of the Wabas.
And then that's where they basically go to the Smith house, right?
Yeah, the blacksmith house.
The blacksmith, right? And that's
Where
when
they
we
meet-
first saw the little parakeets.
They meet the parakeets.
Parakeets, which I was like, so these are the villains? I was
They
like,
will
they
eat
eat
you.
everything, apparently. So I'm like, I guess. Do they do
I'll
that?
never look at them the same way.
I don't know. I don't think they do that in real life.
Do what?
Me?
Animal.
No.
Yeah.
Oh,
They,
yeah.
they fruit eater. They seed and fruit eater. They're bird.
Yeah, so then why they would
parrots.
eat
Well,
them.
because there's nothing to eat there.
Oh, yeah, that's right. No, what are you talking about? Back in the cage, they were bringing out, like, a bunch of vegetables.
Well, because I don't know, they'd make a damn deal with the creator because they were closing to the top. They were close to the top, so I guess they bring sacrifice or some shit up to go up there.
But they're about to eat them.
Well, like the gray hair, apparently they ate the blacksmith,
Yeah.
is what
Yeah.
they said. They eat people. They could eat a whole ass elephant, what they said. What he said.
Yeah.
He said, I'm going to go ahead and distract these motherfuckers
While
while
you
you
go
run in
inside."
there to
Yeah.
get through. Does his little chase scene. Then he runs in there. He was going to knock, opens the door, and they're already standing there waiting for him. Like,
They're lined up like a damn mafia.
yeah, for real. They're like had a gun,
we've been
and yeah,
expecting
two of
you.
them come behind him. They're like, come on in.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm looking
Just
for
this way.
whatever. He's like, come follow me. Follows him. There's a whole ass table, plates, and they all have knives and shit.
Yeah, which was funny.
Yeah.
It was funny. Sometimes he is too trustworthy. You know, like sometimes like he goes in there without even a second thought, even though there's danger right in front of him.
I mean, what can he do? He got caught. He
can
can't
run.
outrun them. They can fly.
You know, but you know, like a little investigation wouldn't hurt. You know, look out through the window. You know, try to be a little sneaky. But you know, he just went there like, you know what? I'm gonna knock on the door.
No, he opened the door.
Oh, so
opened
he even
it, yeah.
opened the door. So after that, what happened then? And I guess she got
the-
saved, right?
Yeah.
He got saved by the fire chick. You know, a flame portal, bro.
Yeah. Which I was like, holy crap.
She got magic.
Yeah, that's when all the birds ran away.
They got
And-
scared. They got burned. They ran away. She took him to her house.
Oh yeah, and this is the part where you know, like it was kind of cool how he basically kind of went inside the flame, seeing those visual effects, going inside, and then all of a sudden it looks like they're back at like I don't know the real world.
Yeah, they're back at her house.
And this is where we get like a bombshell that basically it's like that's her sister,
Yeah, the
the you know the
Yeah.
mother,
the new the new stepmom is her sister. That's the older sister, so that's the mom.
Well, yeah,
his
but you know
mom.
we're not supposed to know that. It's just like
No, they said the
What, they
moment
said
she
that?
said
Yeah.
she said, "Oh, you're looking for my little sister," it's implied that okay, you know that this chick right here is his mom
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
future. He himself know that too. He's like, okay.
Well, maybe
he
we
just doesn't
would,
say
but-
it.
Yeah,
Can you imagine
doesn't-
somebody else doesn't know? You know what I mean?
Well, they didn't pay attention to the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't really
I'm
have any-
surprised, yeah, because I'm surprised you pay attention even though you fell asleep twice.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm trying to remember the next scene for this.
She took him to
Oh, yeah.
rescue the stepmom.
Yeah, but first they see portals on how he could get back home. Looks like there's different worlds.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
yeah.
different timeline.
Yeah.
Different world for a different timeline. And she showed him his timeline where his current time is. And he saw that his dad is running around trying to
Yeah.
find him.
Which was kind of funny. Because, you know,
Yeah,
the dad really do care
yeah.
about them. And he'll do
Yeah.
almost
Yeah.
anything to find them.
Yeah, before she took him to go see that, that's where we went back
Yeah,
to his dad.
the real world.
Yeah.
And the dad and everyone was freaking out and trying to find them. Because they've been missing for, I guess,
That's
maybe
where
a
we
couple
learn of
days
the
already.
Tower, yeah.
Oh, the meteor
Yeah, the
shower.
meteor that
Yeah.
came down, and about the great grandfather
Yeah, he's trying to build a tower around it.
came down.
And some mysterious phenomenon happened to knock
Yeah.
everything down.
The lake dried up, and then basically there's a guy, old man, who got obsessed with the meteor, and he started building, like,
He's trying to build a tower around it.
yeah, which was kind
And
of
during the
funny.
construction, everything collapsed. A bunch of people got killed and hurt. And somehow they still built the damn tower.
They still did. They didn't explain when was it finished, right?
Yeah, they didn't. They just...
Oh.
It's just like in that incident when he first trying to build it, a bunch of people got hurt and killed.
No, okay.
That's it.
After
Yeah, and
that,
basically
he
people
disappeared.
got started
Basically-
going missing after that.
Yeah, it's just basically she trying to warn him like, don't go near that tower. Like,
So that made
and,
sense,
And
yeah.
he's like,
Which is-
I don't care. I'm
gonna-
pretty sure I want to go take a look at it.
Yeah.
This is when he take his sword.
They
and
started rushing out
rushing,
there.
over there, and then back to the tower. They see the dad coming, but then they got surrounded from both sides by the parakeet. So they got
well,
they gotta open the door.
when they open the door, they're in the sky or in the mountain.
They are in in the sky.
Yeah, look
They somewhere in between realm until they close that door is when they back in that timeline. But they cannot left their hand off the door handle because like it would disappear. They can't find it again. He have to keep his hand there. His dad saw him trying to run to him, like ask what happened. But before that, and he's like, I gotta go rescue my mom.
Oh yeah, that's when it started
So
to go
he-
like my mom is
Yeah.
somewhere in there.
So he opened the door and a bunch of parakeets just like rushed them.
Oh yeah, which
And,
was pretty
like,
cool.
burst open
Yeah.
the door, and the moment that they came out, they turned to normal bird
Yeah.
What was
and
it?
start pooping everywhere. The dad like was overwhelmed because the dad see a bunch of giant bird with knife and shit. He's like, oh shit, this monster! Like I gotta protect my
Yeah,
kid. He was charging in with his sword. Like,
was.
get out of here, you! And then the bird started turning to normal bird.
He's
So
like, what?
cute.
And then he didn't see the sun because the sun went back
Yeah.
inside the tower, and he's like, "No, my son got turned into the bird."
Yeah, I think Christian Bale did really nail it a lot. I loved him in that scene. So either that, after that,
After
they,
that, they went to the delivery room.
yeah, finally, they finally made it. But I guess there were some crystals too, kind of
They-
shocking them, right?
They were going through the stone,
Yeah.
and the stone know that they are there
Yeah.
and don't like it.
Yeah.
Like,
Because-
the stone don't want them to be there because it's a forbidden place for them to be in there, especially for him. They still push through, get to the delivery room.
Yeah, and this is the part where basically, like, you know, she can't go in
So-
there because she's forbidden to go. Only he could. And when he did finally went there, that's when I thought the scene where he actually hated her or her hated him. But no, he was just doing that so she could leave. I guess the spirits did not want him to go there because it'll hurt like a treaty or something with the great pelican, Dave Bautista. Which is kind of funny, but yeah. So either that, it was gonna go there. He tried going in there. I guess this is the part where I got confused because I thought that she, you know, he said like, you know, like come with me, but she was trying to tell him not to not to come any closer. Why you're here?
To go back.
Go back. I hate you. And this is the part where I thought like, you know what? Maybe she actually hated him, you know, like she never saw him as a son, you know. I thought like she was just wanting him to just, you know, like I wish you never existed kind of thing, but it never was the case. But yeah,
She's trying to push him away because you know that he's not supposed to be in that room, and it could mess with him, something with him.
yeah.
He could die, something like that.
Yeah, until like the part where he finally said like, you know, mom.
Yeah.
Like, that's what broke her to go like, what have I done? You know,
Yeah,
why am I
she
pushing
tryna-
away my son? You know, and all of a sudden it was like a 180 really super fast. You know, because
Well,
I feel like it was
it's-
unearned.
It's
You know
never
what I mean?
it's never is a 180 with her. Like she never disliked him.
Yeah,
She's just she's trying to wait for the right timing to bond with him more.
yeah, but the thing is, it's even
It's
with
like
that.
at that time when she was saying like, "Oh, I don't like you" and stuff like that. She never really like don't like him. It's just she want to push him away, get him out of the room.
Yeah, but then why did Miyato, or what was his name?
Mahito.
Mahito, all of a sudden say mom to her.
Well, cause he
He needs something pierced through.
Yeah, he
moving the
basically-
plot forward. Yeah.
he accepted his current situation that
Oh yeah.
she is his mom now.
Okay.
He need to move on. Because he really want to rescue her, get her out of the
That's why he
place,
came back.
Yeah.
and that's like a desperate move from him.
So what do you think, Ocean? What do you think like this scene actually meant? Like, you know, is this like really perfect? Like, or is it just like it could be worked on a little bit more? Because it felt like there is something kind of wrong here. Like it just felt like a little off.
It's a plot hole.
It did feel kind of rushed. I'd have to watch it again, but I think the point is like more open to the people that are around you right now and stop trying to get his mom back or
Yeah, like
Whatever.
he's about to lose her.
about making a choice. Like, am I going to chase this past life, try to save my mom, or am I gonna?
But so either way, all right, let's get right back into the topic. So yes, there is probably a plot hole there, or maybe we're just not seeing something there. It wasn't very well like thought out. Maybe it was just us.
Yeah.
Maybe we gotta see like
Either
4
that
times
or-
to get through it.
Or something doesn't translate it right.
Yeah, that
Something
could be
got
it too.
mistranslated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're missing some piece of information there.
Yeah, so after that, the whole scene where basically they got pushed back, there's like little freaking little
Bandage thing,
wrapping
thing.
him up. He started fighting it, and then that's when the girl came in. Her mom, or
His mom.
his mom,
His
just
original mom.
burned everything up, and he passed out, and then she passed out.
Yeah, because she used well, she not in her realm. She was limited to what she can use,
Yeah,
and I guess she exhausted her power and got tired.
yeah. So then that's when she passed out, and then this is the next scene that we see her basically all tied up,
Mhm.
or at least he
Well,
was.
he got
yeah.
tied up.
Yeah, he was ready to get eaten, even though he's the chosen
Well,
one.
he met his great uncle or great grand uncle in his subconscious.
Yeah.
And the great grand uncle explained to him like, okay, I wanted you here, and I want you to take over.
But here's a plot hole, because like apparently the Great Pelican was gonna take that girl for, I guess, a bargain, or basically,
Parakeet.
yeah, the parakeet, whatever. He was gonna take her for that girl for a bargain.
For a bargain
Yeah.
for him to be the next master.
Yeah, exactly. But apparently, like, the world is gonna die no matter what if that boy is not safe. He's about to get eaten alive.
No, it wasn't that, because the great grand uncle was dying.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't have much time left.
Yeah.
He wanted the main character, the main
Yeah.
boy, to be the next master. The Parakeet King wanted himself to be the next master, so he can help out the rest of the parakeets to have like shit to eat.
Yeah.
Like, he walked up to the top of the tower and he saw like the whole paradise of his ancestor flying
Oh,
around
yeah.
with fruit and all the plant and all that stuff.
Even though they have vegetables down there, soup. You see people eating, and I'm like, where's the famine? Where is where's the struggle?
It's like they basically they're too much of them.
Was there like cannibal into it or something? I don't know.
Oh, was there?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking.
no.
I'm just saying-
We see bone and meat and stuff
Yeah,
Oh.
in the butcher room.
but I don't see feathers, so.
Yeah, see, so that's another thing that
Yeah.
I'm kind of wondering. See, there's so many plot holes, and I understand that, we had to see it 3 times, 4 times, 5 times to get it. Maybe I'm making fun of it a little bit, but maybe it's just 2 times.
Yeah.
But there's a thing, it's just, I don't want to go back and watch it again. That's a thing. But either way, after that whole thing, after when the goddamn, the gray heron basically comes in and saves them with the funny kind of hitting people with bones.
Yeah, hitting the Cherokee with the bone.
Yeah, and basically after he saves it, he's like, "We gotta go save what's her name,
Himiko.
Like, we gotta go save her." He's like, "Oh, she could handle herself." Is that true? Could she actually handle herself, or do you think?
Well, either way, she's never was in trouble. She was never in danger.
Oh yeah, but he
Yes.
didn't know that.
He wasn't the one in danger.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's about to get cooked.
So yeah, after that he went save her. It didn't. It almost backfired
Yeah.
because the whole parade, like, what was it, like those little, I guess, the metal things were falling on top of the
yeah,
parrots.
the metal
Rods or
braid
something.
or
Yeah.
rod. Yeah,
Yeah.
something like that.
I like that part because apparently, like, the first one hit, he saw something, and the second one hit, he's like, "Wait a minute, was I just imagining things?" No, it was just funny to me. So after that, they were getting super close to the great, the Parakeet King,
The Parakeet
Dave
King.
Bautista, making his speech is like, "I'm gonna go in there and I guess do this amazing deal, and I'll be basically ruling for everybody."
Everyone.
Yeah, just
Be careful.
stand proud. I'll fix this. And that's when they go in, and that's when they start seeing all that kind of cool stuff.
Yeah.
His ancestors. That's when they start tearing up.
And,
I'm
yeah.
still like, no emotions over here. I'm like, what's going on? So yeah.
And then he's trying to make the deal, and then the great grand uncle is like, "I see your deal, but give me some time.
Oh,
I
yeah.
want this boy to be the next successor."
And that's when, of course, when they start going through, and of course, they just dropped out the girl. That's
Drop
when,
off the girl. She
he's-
woke up and she just free to roam
Oh yeah,
up there.
I guess so. And then that's when Miyako. Oh, God damn it, what's his name? The kid's
Mahito.
Mahito shows up and basically just trying to get to the great
Trying to get to her.
Yeah, and that's what we saw.
Meet her up there, and you saw that the parakeet king
Yeah,
just
you know-
sneaking around behind them, like 5 feet behind them.
Yeah.
But no one hear what his footsteps.
I know. You could have heard that
That's
like a mile away.
quiet bird.
That ain't no quiet bird. That's like a buff, buff bird.
Light
Like
as
it was
a
huge. What was
bird. Light as a bird.
Yeah.
I guess so, but it just didn't make any sense because the funny thing is, it wasn't just not next to him. It was kind of like super close to.
Yeah,
each
he
other.
was super close to the pelican.
Yeah.
Not
It's like-
the heron.
But no, either way, he finally goes up. Mayako went up to.
To meet the great granduncle, and
Yeah.
the great granduncle asked him again. These are the clean one that I picked up from a far away place
Yeah.
that have no malice on them. I want you to build the tower now, the tower that you want now.
Because you only have like a day.
You
day
don't
left.
no, you don't have time. He can't sustain this tower anymore.
Yeah,
and that was-
didn't
the
he say, like,
tower
something
was
like a day or
collapsing.
something. Like it only lasts for a day.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He have a day to build up the tower, and he have to put in a new block every 3 days. And at first he didn't want to do it because like all the block was contaminated with malice.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Mhm.
That's
They
true.
look like gravestones or something.
Yeah, and that's when he goes with the line like,
That's when he woke up, and that's the line where like why he hurt himself.
yeah, like I have plenty of malice in me, so I
Yeah.
can't do it. And then that's when the Dave Bautista shows up and starts
And
going.
he's
The
like-
worst tower.
Yeah.
Trying to like just get out of my way. I will make it myself. And he like trying to make it,
Oh, the weirdest.
and it's like about to collapse.
yeah.
He got pissed. He sliced the damn thing in half,
Yeah.
and then the uncle couldn't sustain it anymore, so the whole tower collapsed.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. That's when basically they had to rush out of there because
Yeah.
the whole world is basically collapsing.
Yeah, and the great uncle tells him to go back to the timeline corridor and go back to your true timeline that where you came from.
Yeah, before what happens if he stays there? They just die.
They gone with the tower.
Oh, okay. See, so they had to make a break for it,
Mhm.
which I kind of like that because they had to take their own different path. That's when you find out, who doesn't know that is her mother.
That's
That's her actual mother.
The fire
Little
chick
girl.
was his future mother, and she's like
Not future, wasn't it?
yeah, she gonna grow up to
Oh,
be
yeah.
his mother.
Oh, yeah.
And she's like, yeah, I gotta go back to my timeline so I can be your mother in the future.
Oh.
And I'm lucky to be your mother or have a kid like you and stuff like that.
Oh. I thought it was the
And-
opposite.
And,
I thought.
he doesn't want her to go back to that place because she's gonna die in the hospital
Oh.
by the flame. And she's like, I'm not afraid of the flame. I'm lucky to have such a good kid like you and stuff like that.
Oh, so that was the actual mother then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she
Okay,
was
okay.
gonna be the mother.
Oh, I thought you were saying like the other one mother. Okay, yeah.
The stepmom is about to come with them because
Because you kind of confused me with the little girl was basically her future mother, and I was like, wait, what?
the little girl was his future mother.
Yeah,
She had to go back to the timeline where she disappeared from.
yeah.
Like that, she disappeared for a whole year.
Yeah.
She returned a year later.
Oh.
That's when she came out of the tower.
Okay,
So
okay.
that when the tower was collapsing for them.
Oh, okay. So that's cool. That's cool. Now I'm starting to get it. Okay.
Yeah.
So he go back to his timeline. She go back to her timeline.
With the old lady.
Yeah. The old lady was from the doll.
Yeah.
The little doll. She turned back to the old lady. The old lady that was in the tower, the young one.
Yeah.
That turned young. Go back to
With-
the same timeline as the actual mother. Live out their life.
The old lady basically was in his pocket all
It was
this
in
time.
his pocket.
And
He
I kind of
popped
like this.
out.
I like this part where with the gray hornet, it basically told them like, "Do you still remember what happened in there?" He's like, "Yeah."
He's like, yeah, but the herring was like, you're not supposed to.
"Yeah."
You bring something back.
Oh,
and
he's
he's
like,
like,
yeah.
oh yeah. He brought out the doll and the little brick, the little block, and he's like, oh yeah, I picked up the block because like I seen them all around on the floor and they don't have much energy left.
Yeah,
they don't
you're-
have
like-
much energy left.
Yeah,
Is-
you're eventually gonna forget. Like,
Yeah,
when
if-
time goes on, like eventually you will, and that's when he told him like a good farewell, like later, my friend.
Yeah,
So was that a lie? No, I'm just kidding. They like to tell lies, but either way, it's just one of those little heartwarming like farewells. I bought that because they actually had a pretty good adventure.
Yeah.
Yeah, after that's when the dad showed up, all
yeah.
crying.
Everyone showed up.
And it was a nice little kind of get together right there. They started hugging it out, and then I guess what was it like 4 years pass afterwards?
3 year.
3 years?
No, was it?
3
No,
years after the
two,
war, right?
2.
Oh yeah, 2 years.
It's 2 year after that incident.
Yeah.
that they moved back to Tokyo.
Oh, okay. So basically, yeah, that's where it happened.
That's where I think.
That's why they end.
Oh yeah.
And I like it because that little kid, I was like, that's the worst drawing of the little kid.
That kid is not significant, okay?
That's true.
So he doesn't get the,
See,
the protagonist treatment.
It would have been better if it was just a baby, you know, just to have a little.
He's
worthwhile.
2 year old. He's 2 year old.
Oh, God damn it! It just didn't work. I just see that thing. I was like, "What is that?" Like you didn't want to draw a baby, I guess.
When I was watching it, to me, I understand the tower as like a way for him, the main character,
Yeah.
to escape from reality and make him like to live in his own world, his own fantasy world that like whatever he wants happen to happen. And since he rejected that, he rejected that place. He accepted the reality of like I have to move on and all that stuff. But like he keep a piece of it. It's like, but now I can create whatever I want with that little piece.
That's
of
cool.
memory. And it's like for me it's like I want to interpret that as like that's why he create like the Studio Ghibli and like doing his story and stuff like that.
Yeah, because
As a way to create his world, the view that he
Be
wants.
disappointed of his son's drawing.
yeah. So how dare you?
It reminds me of the Kiki's Delivery Service ending a little bit. I just feel like it's like also like kind of like an end of childhood thing, like imagination and all these different like stories. At the end of Kiki's Delivery Service, she well actually there's two different endings, but the Japanese ending I'm pretty sure it is, she can understand her cat like talking to her and all this like magical stuff, but at the end of the movie the cat meows at her and she kind of like
Knowing
loses
that she got older.
she's growing up.
I get that. So
Yeah.
now I'm starting to get it.
that makes
It reminded
Like,
me that
there's
a
a
lot
lot
like,
of
similar vibe.
Underlying message
Yeah.
Yeah.
that you have to watch very closely
Mm-hmm.
and interpret it.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I get that.
true.
I get that. But I don't know about this one though. But either way, it's just one of those movies that I think, I didn't came off really strong with this movie. Maybe it is true that you got to go see it more than once.
Yeah, I think you do.
Yeah, just to
At
get
least,
it.
like, twice.
Yeah,
Either that or watch it in sub because sometimes the
Yeah.
translation there's some
Yeah, it's like
mistranslation.
Lost.
Yeah.
Yeah, and some stuff got lost in the translation.
yeah, and I can see it very happen very easily. So either way, what do you guys change your mind about changing your scores or not really? You're sticking with it.
No, if I watched it again and maybe, I don't know, think about it more, I would probably raise it. Like, what I have it at now, a 3, that would be like my lowest possible, but I think it could go up from there. But I just wonder, like, what, I guess this doesn't really matter because it's all about the interpretation, but I just kind of wonder, like, the story Miyazaki's trying to say about his life, maybe, like, the different worlds or, like, different imaginations, imaginary worlds he's come up with, or I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
All the world
Yeah.
he could live in to
Yeah.
take the pain away from him losing his mother.
Yeah, I feel like this is basically a journey of his story, like what Lam Tao said.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, if you're a big fan of his work, you've seen this from the beginning and to the end, I guess you'll become very satisfied with this conclusion. I doubt this is his last one. I feel like he's going to continue it. If you love something, you'll eventually keep on doing it.
Yeah.
That's usually the story goes. And I'm thinking that that's kind of what he kind of is trying to say. It's like no matter how much he's trying to walk away with it, he's still coming back to still, grab a little piece of it and try to keep creating. All right, well, that's all we got for you guys.
That's a long one.
It is, right?
I mean, we had to unpack this movie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
this
is.
movie is a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
But either way,
This is
even
a
though,
whole ass house.
yeah. So tell us about your thoughts. Do you guys love it? Do you guys hate it? Let us know, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Later, guys.
Later.